Once upon a time, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was leading a peaceful march for civil rights in a small southern town. As they walked down the main street, they came across a group of white supremacists who had gathered to protest their march. Dr. King knew that the situation was tense and that things could quickly turn violent. He also knew that if they turned back now, it would be seen as a defeat for the civil rights movement. But if they continued on, they could face harm from the white supremacists. As he pondered what to do, Dr. King remembered the trolley problem. He thought about the 5 people tied to the tracks and the decision to divert the trolley onto a different track, where only one person was tied up. He realized that this scenario was similar to what they were facing now. He knew that if they continued on, they could face harm and even death. But if they turned back, they would be giving up on their fight for equal rights and justice. Dr. King made the difficult decision to continue on with the march, knowing that there was a risk of harm. However, he also knew that it was important to keep fighting for what was right, even if it meant putting themselves in danger. As they continued on, the white supremacists began to attack them, but Dr. King and his followers stood their ground, determined to continue their march for justice. The march was eventually broken up by the police and many of them were arrested, but the event received national coverage and helped to bring attention to the civil rights movement. Dr. King knew that the fight for justice was not always easy and that there were no easy solutions. He also knew that it was important to continue the struggle, even in the face of adversity. The story ends with Dr. King and his followers, bruised and bloodied, but determined to continue their fight for equal rights and justice. Dr. King was quoted as saying, "The ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands at times of challenge and controversy." Dr. King was quoted as saying, "In the end, we will remember not the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends." What would you have done in Dr. King's position? How would you balance the need for justice and fairness with the potential harm that may come as a result of fighting for change? How can we stand up for what is right, even in the face of adversity? Your opinion is important, share it with us.